Hey, just a quick note to let you know that this video is a pre-recorded live event. If you'd like to join our upcoming events, such as demos and office hours, you can check out our schedule on our support page. Hope you find this video helpful and look forward to seeing you in our next event. All right, welcome to those of you joining live and to any of you watching this video at a later date. So today's demo, what I'm going to be talking through is how to use ZooMonitor for recording behavior from videos. Today's demo is going to be a little bit shorter than usual, but I know this has been a highly requested topic from others, so I wanted to make sure to cover it. Just as a quick disclaimer off the top, ZooMonitor was designed primarily for live data collection. So just so that is clear. However, we were able to introduce some new features this year that makes ZooMonitor much more useful for recording behavior from videos. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk through, those new features we introduced this year and how you can take advantage of those. So let's jump into ZooMonitor and I will start showing how to do that. Okay, so we have the ZooMonitor app up here. I'm using Chrome right now to view it. But you can see this is our Pygmy Hippo exhibit project here for us at Lincoln Park Zoo. So we're just going to go ahead and start a new session. So we're basically just in the app as typical. We're going to do a new session. Of course, we would fill out this information. So right now in Chicago, let's say it's about 50 degrees. Temperature's been all over the place lately. It is the morning here, and we're going to watch our delightful Annie. So normally you would click Start Session. If you were doing this observation live, you would click Start Session, conduct the observation. If you are recording from video, one of the things that you're going to want to do is to be able to adjust the timestamp for your observation session to match the video's timestamp. And so the way to do that is through this Adjust Session Settings. So if you click that button, you'll see here at the top of the section, there's the session date and time area here. And so this is just a little description about this feature. By default, obviously, it's set to the current time for the device. But if you do need to adjust that, you can click the Adjust Start Date and Time, and you'll see it'll open up and expand to this calendar here with this time. So let's say we're watching a video that took place on, let's say it was October 5th, and let's say it was 1 p.m. So you can easily, just with the calendars and the times down here, you can change that. There isn't a save button. You don't need to do anything special to save. You can click close out here, or you can click out of the modal window there and it will close. And you can see when you open it again, it will have that logged in there. And so that's really all there is to it. So if you are watching a video, so a lot of times you might have a video playing on your laptop or your computer monitor, and then you might have ZooMonitor on an iPad and using ZooMonitor, the app, to record the behavior as you watch the video. A few points to make, though, is that you can't pause your video. You can't pause your observations or fast forward through your observation along with the video. So you would be using both of them independently. The timestamps are not synchronized or not linked between, obviously, your video. You're not uploading the video in ZooMonitor and syncing the timestamp to the observation. You're really just adjusting when the starting time was for your live session. So if you are doing a 10-minute observation, you will need to watch 10 minutes of video. You will need to go through that 10 minutes of video and record that live in the app. There are other apps out there that are designed primarily for video. And if you are doing just video data collection, I would probably recommend looking into some of those options out there. A very popular one is the Boris software, Boris. So if you Google the Boris recording software, you'll certainly find that as an option out there. And with that software, you can upload a video and it does synchronize the timestamp for your observation with the timestamp in the video. And so you can scrub through and do things like that. So if you were to record the data here in ZooMonitor and you were to adjust the timestamp, the next piece is, what do you do with that? How does that come back out of ZooMonitor? So let me show you what the export looks like here. Okay, so here we have our ZooMonitor export. So this is just straight out of ZooMonitor. I did highlight some columns here to call attention to those. So these blue columns here, those were classically in ZooMonitor from the day we released the app back in 2016. They've always been there. The one we introduced this year, along with this new feature, is this recorded start time here. So let me try to explain what the session start time and recorded start time, since they are a little bit confusing in terminology there. So the session start time is the time that you would have adjusted in the app. So if it's the current time and you aren't adjusting the session start time, that would be the current time listed here. If you did backdate it, like in our example, we put it to October 5th at 1 p.m., this would have it listed as October 5th at 1 p.m. here. And then that start time would be also adjusted for the end time and all of these other variables. So all of the blue columns here would work off of that start time that you adjust in the app. This recorded start time isn't one that you have control over. This is actually the live time that you recorded it. So if we had done that Pygmy Hippo observation and we adjusted that session start time to October 5th, these other columns here would reflect October 5th. But today's date is October 21st. So this column here would say October 21st at the time we did the observation. So this is giving you basically when did the observation physically occur, and this is telling you when the observation was set to. So with those two pieces of information there, you can easily, look back and adjust any of your video data based on when the videos occurred there. So a pretty simple way to do that in ZooMonitor. But like I said, if you are looking for more robust features, I certainly would recommend other software out there like the Boris recording tools out there. Hope you found this demo helpful and look forward to seeing you in our next event. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked that video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to be notified when we release more videos. If you have any questions about ZooMonitor, you can always feel free to contact us at ZooMonitor@lpzoo.org. Thanks.